This is a magazine review of the Illustrators magazine. It's from Book Palace. They bring out these brilliant magazines, and this is issue 22, and it came out in spring 2018. And it's the Bardon Art and Spanish artists. That's the reason I bought it. Spanish artists. I love Spanish art. The Warren magazines were lots of Spanish artists. Also, many of the British comics in the 60s and 70s were by Spanish artists, and they produced amazing work. I must admit, at the time, I didn't know they were Spanish. I'd say they didn't include who they even were, so you just have some brilliant art, and well, I didn't explore to the point where I knew who they were. There's a load of different. There's a contents page there. You've got various people. I'm not going to say Luis Bermejo, Jorge Longaron, Alonso, where did I say it? Mateus Alonso Andres, and Jose Ortiz Moya, and a few others. So they've got a number in this 100-page, and these magazines are just quality, really nice quality paper. Great introduction by Dave Gibbon, and you got Bardon the first 50 years. Got some lovely strips there, some obviously original art pages. You got Bardon syndication, so you've got here some sort of variety of characters they created. And Friday Foster, Modesty Blaze, My Story, Karina and Khan, and these appeared in like Tammy comics. And you got some, again, more examples. Great interview as well. Art Agency in London and Barcelona, some science fiction work there. My Story, Friday Foster again. Buck Jones, this is 1950s Spain. Steel Claw, great comic that was. I love that story. And you also got some lovely pencil work there, as well as the unfinished pen and ink drawing. Jorge Penalva. Said it probably completely wrong. Anyway, 60s and 70s, just brilliant artwork, lovely war scenes there, lots of very dramatic war in the jungle, etc. Probably, obviously, I was going to say, the War Picture Library and those sort of magazines. They're very small magazines, but they were great. I always enjoyed them. Again, I wouldn't have known any of the artists. There were thousands of these issues that came out. Literally, we were flooded with them. You see them in the news rack, in the paper, and you see like piles of them just crammed in. They never had worried about it. They were all sort of bent over and damaged in all kinds of ways. Just brilliant. Well, James Bond sort of thing. Picture, obviously, Sean Connery there. Eerie. Pip. Now, I don't remember that one. Of course, I guess, obviously, that was a German magazine. Pip. You got Judge Dredd. And then you got some lovely old... I don't know what they were, pictures, obviously strips. They have a lot of these sort of things on the continent. You go out into a Spanish sort of second-hand store, whatever they're called, in Spain, and you find lots of these old, lovely strips. And the trouble is, of course, there's so many, and also they're always crazy prices or whatever, unless you know anything about them. You could spend hours going through all this stuff. And I expect the dealers there probably don't want you to be looking at all, but they've loads of these ones. Zero, Tambores de Sacrificio, and so on. So Gris, obviously grey, I believe in Spanish, in English. Don Lawrence. Then you got, and again, just lots of, and also this magazine. That was a lovely comic. Once Upon a Time, really, really beautiful, really an oversized comic that we got in the UK. It wasn't too many pages. 20, 25, I don't know. But it was full of some lovely little stories, but the artwork was first rate, always beautiful artwork, and of course, just lovely. And this one's this one's from Erie, got a lovely bit of Erie. And there's actually another book, Illustrators one, Warren Magazines, The Spanish Artists. So obviously they covered good Esteban Morato, etc. Again, some more ones there, some more war ones. They love their war ones. More strips, Friday Foster again, Friday Foster. And then you go into some more lovely ones. It's beautiful. These ones, again, Once Upon a Time. It says, probably done for Once Upon a Time. I mean, this is the trouble. Lots of this information, in the UK especially, is lost. Sort of like tucked away in magazines. So you've got a lovely page there. And then you always finish off with an advert for, this time, Wolf the Briton. They're just amazing. Very expensive books, though. but a lovely book all the same. Was £125, now £95. Saved £30. And you got some reviews. Cinerama, brilliant book, that one. That is brilliant. Sleaze Sex book. Now, they're very... However, the artwork is superb. So it's one of those ones that is quite interesting. And those of course, the paperbacks themselves are impossible to find. You might be lucky. An Oxfam book somewhere might find it. But the reality is, lots of these old issues are very hard to get in the UK. Bernie Wrightson, brilliant. Now, I love this. IDW, £75, variable. I doubt if you get it for £75 now. Brilliant work, though. The obviously Swamp Thing. And then this one, Fly to the Raven. Now, a lot of these things, of course, in the UK are very tricky to find. This is IDW, this one, but Debray includes a selection of sketches, no less. But it looks beautiful. World War II buffs, etc. So this is Illustrator, a lovely magazine. It's really worth checking out, these magazines. I must admit, don't buy every single issue of Illustrators, but there's virtually every quarterly, there's always potentially one or two really brilliant articles, and this one is full of some really brilliant ones.